The 2026 World Cup is not just bigger, it is more dangerous. For years, the World Cup felt simple. Big teams were expected to survive the group stage, avoid early disasters, and slowly grow into the tournament. But in 2026, something changed. The tournament expanded to 48 teams. It means more matches, more travel, more pressure, and more chances for chaos. And this is one reason why big teams can suddenly look weaker than expected. Because the bigger the tournament becomes, the harder it is to control. In the old format, a top team could sometimes recover from one bad match. But now, the path is longer. There is an extra knockout round. More games mean more risk. One mistake, one red card, one injury, one bad tactical decision, and the whole tournament can change. And for underdogs, this is a huge opportunity. Smaller teams often play with less pressure. They defend deep, run hard, wait for mistakes, and treat every match like a final. For a big team, the pressure is different. They are expected to win. They are expected to dominate. And when they do not score early, the pressure grows minute by minute. That is when panic starts. Players rush, coaches change plans, fans become nervous, and suddenly the underdog believes. The 2026 format also makes group stage strategy more complicated. With more teams and more ways to qualify, some teams do not need to win every match. They only need enough points to survive. That changes how teams play. Some teams become careful, some rotate players, some try to save energy for the knockout rounds. But that can be dangerous. Because in a World Cup, momentum matters. A team that plays too safely can lose rhythm, and a team that starts badly can lose confidence. There is another big factor: fatigue. The 2026 World Cup is spread across 3 countries: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. That means long distances, different climates, and difficult travel schedules. For players who already played a long club season, this can make a huge difference. Big teams usually have many star players, but stars are often tired. They play in the Champions League, they play in domestic leagues, they play cup competitions. By the time the World Cup arrives, many of them are not at 100%. And football at this level is decided by tiny details. One step slower, one late tackle, one missed chance. That can be enough. Also, football has changed. The gap between big teams and smaller teams is not as wide as before. More players from smaller countries now play in top European leagues. They understand modern tactics, they are physically strong, they are organized, and they are not afraid anymore. In the past, some teams entered the World Cup just happy to be there. Now, they enter believing they can shock the world. And sometimes, belief is enough to change a match. Big teams also face another problem: expectation. When a famous football nation plays, everyone studies them. Their tactics are analyzed, their star players are marked, their weaknesses are exposed. But when an underdog plays, they can surprise people. They can change formation. They can press unexpectedly. They can defend with 10 players behind the ball. And when the big team cannot find space, frustration begins. This is why the 2026 World Cup feels so unpredictable. It is not only about talent. It is about pressure. It is about energy. It is about travel. It is about tactics. And it is about surviving more matches than ever before. The best team on paper does not always win. The team that adapts faster often goes further. So when a big team loses, it may look like a shock, but maybe it is not a shock at all. Maybe it is exactly what happens when the World Cup becomes bigger, longer, and more difficult. Because in 2026, being a big team is not enough. You have to survive the chaos.